Hello everyone! Today I'm going to be remaking this thing, just like how I did for the other two. I'm going to be using the same doll, so first I just have to take the hair and horns off. Not like you could see the horns anyway. Then I'm going to take some sandpaper and try my best to sand down the paint, but I did seal this in quite good, so it doesn't really do all that much. Then I'm going to paint a couple coats of white over this because I don't want to be constantly layering over the black parts, because then the paint will get really thick and it won't be nice to look at. And I'm stopping there for now, because I just remembered that I have to make a mask for him too. I cover his face in saran wrap, then a base layer of clay. This first layer is fairly thin because I'm going to sculpt over it and bulk it up so it doesn't crack the instant I take it off. After bulking up the mask around the nose area specifically, I add on the horns. This first iteration isn't what I end up going with in the long run, but it's what I stick with for quite a while, because once I realize how bad they are, I think, oh, I can still salvage this, it'll be perfectly fine. Nope, it looked awful. So I redid it later. And as you can see here, there is a good reason. It looks nothing like the Grimm mask for now, but I promise that will change. But for now, I paint over it white. Still trying to stick with it because I was feeling very lazy at the time, I paint over the details black. It's finally after this that I realized I absolutely hate it and cut off the horns completely. Then I resculpt them, and they actually look like Grimm's horns in the game, and I just paint over them black. I sketch out the face, then start painting in all the details, their colors. I usually draw in details off screen because really you're barely gonna see it anyway, and it just feels like a waste of time to me if you're just watching nothing. I paint on the black outline, which personally I can't do without poking my head under the camera, so I just take it out. Then I start blushing the face. I almost forgot to do this, again, as the trend is apparently going. I blush hard around the eyes with red because, you know, glowing eyes. It doesn't do all that much in the future, but it's worth noting. Once I seal that in, I can start on the eyes. I paint in a layer of white first. I'm going to make his eyes red, just like the actual character. I did this with Hornet's eyes too, but on hers, I shaded it with a darker red, and for this one, I'm going to shade with a lighter red in the middle. I wanted to give a little variety since they're going to have the same eye color. It seems really small and stupid, but it mattered so much to me. I don't know why. It just really bothered me. Taking my head out from under the camera, I paint in the eyebrows and a black outline around the eyes and through the mouth. And I also paint on the black lines going down his face. I mean, you never know, they could be makeup. And of course, his hair. I'm going to give him basically the same hairstyle as he had before, but without the horns. So I'm sorry if this feels a little repetitive, but I did reference a lot of fan art for this, and this is the most common hairstyle I saw. And personally, I think it was the best one. Once I have all the wefts on, I have to put some hair over the glue so it's not showing. Usually this isn't a problem because of the bangs, and then I have to, deal with that. I gave it a little swoop at the end and set it with hairspray. Finally, the clothes, which I didn't even do last time. I take this pants pattern and cut out 2 of them. I got this from seam ripping another factory-made pair of pants. And I just sew up the sides and then put them together. And then boom, pair of pants. Though they were a little too big at the bottoms, so I sew them up like this. And boom again, pants. And now for his shirt vest thing. I just cut it out of the tunic pattern and am now painting the designs onto it. I'm going to give it black sleeves as if he was wearing a black shirt under it, because I don't want to have to make multiple layers and it'll end up bulking up and it won't look good, trust me. But with the black sleeves, it'll give the illusion that it's layered. I use a sponge brush to dab on some burn marks with some black paint. I do this mostly around the edges of it. Once that's dried, I sew on the sleeves and then finish it up like I would for a normal tunic pattern, which is just folding it over and sewing the sides together. Then I put some snaps on it and try it on the doll. The final piece, the cloak. The last time I feel like I really didn't do a good job on this because it wasn't flowy, like at all. So I used a full circle for this, and you might be thinking I'm cutting this out for the lining of the cloak. But no, I didn't want to do that, so I just painted the entire side black. It took a couple hours and a ton of black paint, but it was kind of worth it. Here's painting the last third of it. This fabric soaks up paint like a sponge does water. And also, the fumes are very real, so I was wearing a mask the whole time and had my door open with a fan, just to get all the paint fumes out of my room. And this cloak also smells like paint, so I should have used fabric paint because this is acrylic paint. Anyway, I put a snap on it and he's done. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See ya!